Ever wanted to automatically update your web.config or app.config XML files during deployment? Let me show you how Azure DevOps makes this magic happen. No manual edits, just pure automation. Today, we're diving into XML transformation in Azure DevOps with hands-on examples and a quick demo. Let's go. Purpose of XML transformation is do-on. Most applications have settings in the web.config file that must be different when the application is deployed. Automating the process of making these changes keeps you from having to do them manually every time you deploy, which would be tedious and error-prone. I have this Visual Studio project. In Solution Explorer, expand web.config to see the web.qa.config and web.prod.config transformation files that are created for the two default build configurations. First thing we must add is XML_XDT in the top node. Let me add this for all transformation files. Now, for example, if we want to remove any attribute at the time of deployment, we can add XDT transform remove attributes debug attribute, which specifies that you want the debug attribute to be removed from the system.web/compilation element in the deployed web.config file. This will be done every time you deploy a release build. Now, next example is when I deploy my code, environment value should be set to QA in web.config file. Right now in the web.config file, environment value is dev, it should replace by QA. So I can use XDT transform attribute value set attributes indicates that the purpose of this transform is to change attribute values of an existing element in the web.config file. The XDT locator attribute value match key indicates that the element to be modified is the one whose key attribute matches the key attribute specified here. The only other attribute of the add element is value, and that is what will be changed in the deployed web.config file. The code shown here causes the value attribute of the environment app settings element to be set to QA in the web.config file that is deployed. Now, most important thing is change property of the transformation files. Go to Solution Explorer and right-click on Transformation File and click Property. Build action must be content. Copy to output directory must be copy always. The purpose of set these properties is that to apply transformation we need those files in artifacts. Do this similar for all transformation file. Now, let's commit the change and push it to the repo. Now go to the Azure DevOps and select your project. Go to the build pipeline. Let's run build pipeline and wait for a few minutes to complete it. Let's check the artifacts to confirm if transformation files has been added or not as we changed property in Visual Studio. You can see transformation files has been added in the artifacts. Now let's edit release pipeline to apply transformation. Go the release on left-hand side panel. Click on Release Pipeline and hit Edit. Since we have pushed our code to the Staging API branch, we will edit that stage. Add new task by click plus button. Add file transform task. Move to the first task. Select folder where our transformation files are saved. Set XML Transformation rules. Here I want to apply change from web.qa.config file to web.config. I want to remove debug attribute and update environment variable to QA. Let's verify server first. This is the website Learning API staging, which we'll be updating. Open the folder and check web.config file. For now, we can see debug attribute and environment value is dev. Now go back to the Azure DevOps and let's run the release pipeline. Wait for a few minutes until it ran successfully. Wow, it ran successfully. Let's verify the server. Finger crosses. Go the target server, open website folder, and open web config file. You can see debug attribute has been deleted and environment value has been updated to QA. So that's how you can automate XML transformation in Azure DevOps pipelines. Super easy, super powerful. Here is the bonus tips. First is always name your transform file as web.release.config, web.debug.config, etc., depending on your environment. Azure DevOps knows how to pick the right one based on your pipeline stage. Second tip is if your XML structure is deep, use XPath or nesting-friendly formats, and always enable system diagnostics to troubleshoot variable replacement. That way, you can inject dynamic values based on the environment without hard-coding anything. Third tip is enable system.debug true for verbose logs. Like this video if it saved you time, and hit subscribe for more DevOps tips every week.